Good girl, Charlie. Doctor?
If you've come to cheer me up, don't waste your time. There is nothing you can do or say that could possibly lift my spirits.
Tony is moving out of your room and has just secretly admitted to me that you are the superior intellect.
I appreciate your attempt at humor, but I know Tony would never admit such a thing, even to prevent me from walking off this cliff. You saw that all that dark energy burst from my building, electrifying the New York skyline with a supernatural storm. Those were Lilith's forces erupting into this world. Now they are free to scour every corner of this earth for the parchment. You should have let me go down with the sanctum. Maybe I could have reactivated some ward of protection that would have prevented all her Lilin from escaping into the wild.
Have you considered this was destined to happen? All part of the divine plan that will eventually give us the upper hand?
If that's true, this is the most hellish path I've ever marched towards victory on. We must accept this loss and gather our resolve. Like it or not, the reality is that Lilith is one step closer from completing the Darkhold and summoning
Chthon.
We cannot let that happen.
It's good to punch Hydra in the face?
Thanks again, Hunter. If you'll excuse me, I need to mark my territory. Thanks, Hunter. You're literally a lifesaver. I'll just lie low until my job is done.
Does your job always require you to steal art?
If that's what the client wants, sure. Most of the time, it's making people sleep forever. The forbidden nap, if you will. Mercenary work is a grab bag of awful stuff, and it rules.
I see the necessity of your work.
You do?
Yes, some forces are too evil to go unchecked.
No, there's a check involved. Usually signed by someone with deep pockets.
Stealing an artifact must be boring by your standards.
You call what we did back there boring? I'd hate to see what you find exciting.
Can you tell me more about the statue?
Do I look like some sort of artsy-fartsy hipster to you?
I am wondering why it was important to you.
Because looking at it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
You and Sin were both after the statue, so it must be valuable.
It's valuable to my client, and that's enough for me.
Your mystery client, who you will not tell me about?
Not unless I want to be on the receiving end of his punishment. Normally, I'd be into that, but he's too scary.
Scary how?
So scary that I took a magical portal to a stranger's house in order to stay away from him.
You are welcome to stay at the Abbey for as long as you need.
I'm gonna leave a Deadpool-sized impression on the couch. That's where I'm headed, unless you still want my attention.
I have questions, if you do not mind.
Sounds like somebody hasn't looked me up on the internet. Shoot.
How come I have never seen you without the mask?
It's physically glued to my face. If I try and remove it, my skin peels off like gum stuck on the bottom of a shoe.
That sounds unpleasant.
The mask helps hide what's going on under here. It ain't pretty, and I don't want to make people barf just by looking at me. That's not as fun. Or I can be honest and say there wasn't the budget for it. You pick whichever one sounds better.
I find it hard to believe you are ugly.
Hey now, I never called myself ugly. This is to protect the softies who can't handle what peak male hotness looks like.
What is your special ability? I have not seen it yet.
Just 'cause I can't shoot lasers or pick up and yeet a bus doesn't mean my power is invisible. Wait, unless I can turn invisible now. Hold on, let me try. Nope, still only got my super regeneration.
Regeneration? You are able to heal quickly?
My healing factor can basically bring me back from anything. No hand, no body, no prob. My cells are always regenerating.
That is incredible.
Makes the life of a merc a lot easier when you literally can't die. Sounds good on a business card, too.
Can you tell me more about your katanas?
Oh, the girls? I'm so glad you asked. They never get any attention. Guns are so impersonal. I like using the old hack and slash approach with these puppies.
I also use swords. Using them takes much skill and strength.
I might not look it, Hunter, but I'm as skilled as hell swordsman. We should dance sometime.
With our swords or with each other?
Both.
Can you tell me about how you got the name Deadpool?
My mouth is special, Hunter. I say all kinds of words with it. That's kind of my shtick.
I do not understand. We all have mouths. What does it mean?
It means I talk a lot, hence Merc with a mouth. I crack jokes and break the fourth wall so much that I may as well be the Kool-Aid Man.
Who were you before becoming Deadpool?
I was just a normal dude, except I had terminal cancer. Then I went through an experiment that was supposed to cure me, but surprise, it didn't. Instead of dying, I got the diagnosis of living forever because of a big oopsie done by bad people who turned Wade Wilson into this guy.
Wade Wilson?
Oops, that's me. Well, before all that crap.
It sounds like you have dealt with a lot, Wade.
Oh, don't even think about it. I have a badass superhero name for a reason.
Before we came to the Abbey, you said you were going to be DLC. What does that mean?
Deadpool living comfortably. But you know what it means.
What?
What?
I misspoke. Talk later, Deadpool.
Stringing me along? How cruel.
What's up? I'm tracking a new threat. What's ugly, hungry, and dead all over.
Vampires.
Yes, but an entirely new breed. Nothing I've seen before.
Is it the kind that fuse together, forming a grotesque, bloodthirsty abomination? With arm-length fangs and scales from multiple heads to toe?
Like a blood-sucking kaiju? That's a thing?
It is a thing.
Creepy. But this new breed is terrifying in a way that isn't so amalgamated. The new breed I'm tracking are, they're vampires.
I see. No, I do not. You already said they were vampires.
Vampires with a Y? Pronounced exactly the same as vampires. I suppose that was wildly creative for the 16th century monks who first cataloged them.
No, it is just confusing.
That's why I'm calling them new breed vampires, to set them apart. I'll flag anything related to these latest bloodsuckers and send it directly to the mirror table.
Carol, you are...
The best? Yeah, I know. So, the team encountered some new breed vampires up close. Your thoughts?
As Nico says, I am not a fan.
Right there with you.
Sin's involvement concerns me.
Same. I'm still not clear on why some Hydra forces left with her, and others served as vampire food.
Agreed. Hydra is involved with the vampires. It is not yet clear how.
Don't worry. I'm gathering all the intel you'll need. Soon enough, we'll kick the new breed back into whatever hell they crawled out of.
how do classic vampires differ from new breed vampires?
These Zoomer vampires are more outgoing. They hunt in packs and don't seem to care if anyone notices them. They have similar weaknesses, sunlight still kills them, but not everything lines up. No need to invite them in, they're happy to smash through the door. Oh, and while they don't turn people into vampires, they can infect classic vampires who then serve as portable hemolisks for the new breed.
What do we know about Sin?
Apparently, she's a vampire. A vamp classic, not the new breed. That was news to me. Before that, S.H.I.E.L.D. knew her as a decently competent Hydra luminary. Sin always got a ton of leeway because she's Red Skull's grandkid.
Red Skull?
The yin to Steve's yang. Founded Hydra, fought on the wrong side of World War II, and had a nasty itch for world domination.
Do you think Sin could be working for my mother?
She and Faustus used to fight like a sack of rats. Whatever her game is, Hydra as a whole doesn't seem to be a part of it.
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
Thanks, Carol.
I almost sent my astral form to cover more ground.
That means you were trying to ghost me?
I caution against speaking in modern vernacular as it rapidly evaporates from the pool of youthful lexicon. Then magic will say you are uncool.
Unfathomable. According to magic, we are besties now.
Ah, yes. Our last conversation afforded me valuable insight into my current state of being. Your continued confidence and honesty with me have rekindled some of my own belief in myself.
Together we stand against the unraveling of our reality. You are our greatest asset.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it is not warranted. You, Hunter, initiated a chain reaction that leads Earth's salvation simply by being you.
I will light a beacon every step of the way.
The doubt never crossed my mind. You have my gratitude, Hunter.
Perhaps the Sorcerer Supreme could conjure me up an ice cream cone?
Due to Stark's contractual obligations, I can only offer Avengers-themed flavors. Nobody needs the caloric marvel that is Hulka burning love. A single scoop is a meal unto itself. Hunter, no matter what the outcome of our struggle is, you have not given up on me. That is a bond that carries beyond words and worlds. It turns out Tony does occasionally make useful contributions.
Okay, so that's 2 superhero strongholds Lilith's reduced to rubble, and now she's gone and really pissed me off.
I had one job, protect the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I failed. Found another artifact, Hunter? I was under the impression this artifact no longer existed. A truly rare find.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? This should be interesting. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
The sanctum's gone. It's unbelievable. There really is nothing sacred to Lilith. Anyone seen Charlie? I need some hellhound cuddles.
A purely academic exercise. I can handle this. So, who wants to go first? This won't end well for you. Watch close. This should aid me in my fight. Let me show you the way. A gift from ancient traditions. Let's Apparently our reputation isn't enough to scare off these so-called children of Lilith. Let's give it a go. I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened. Prepare yourself! Transcendent! By the will of the old gods! Watch and watch closely. I am a sorcerer supreme. Let's give it a go. A moment of preparation. Prepare yourselves. This is no trifling matter. Follow my movements. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time. Watch and I fully intend to make this as miserable as possible for you. Fair warning. Let's try this. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time. You'll have to do better than that. Bring as many as you like, it won't make a difference. This won't end well for you. Apparently our reputation isn't enough to scare off these so-called children of Lilith. Let me show you. A moment of preparation. I truly doubt they're paying you enough for what's about to happen. Find a new line of work, friend. This won't end. show you the way. Watch closely. Prepare yourself. It's for the watch and learn, my friend. You should really stay down. It's in your best interest to quit now. Let's just what this battle requires. My movements. I fully intend to make this as miserable as possible for you. Fair warning. I'm feeling good about the situation, all things considered. I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened. Watch and apparently our reputation isn't enough to scare off these so-called children of Lilith. Follow my movement. Prepare yourselves. You've been deceived by Lilith, and it may very well cost you your life. Let me show you the way. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time.
Ready for a pounding? I'm gonna need a back rub.